I've no idea if any of these buttons are going to work, but I'm going to give them a go because I'm an optimist. Here we go. Let's try that. Oh, look at that. I've appeared. Hello, everybody. It's Monday. All day, apparently. And what are we doing today? We're doing the Norddeutsche-bahn Kiel to Lübeck is where we're at for today's mission. Let's say hello to a few people in the stream there. Zeninom, you were first across the line. Congratulations. Custom Hitcher, the Ace Gamer, Dave Hard, Sophie, and Burger Pom. Always bothers me. And what else have we got? Arsenal and Richard and Joshua and NJ Transit and Sophie and MDH Games and Sean and Tyler and Red Shark and North Yorkshire Moors Railway fan and Train Fanatic and Moggy and Tyler and Train Boy and JP. There you go. I'll give them another couple of seconds, because then Mr. I Want a Shout Out can get his name on the list. DeJavery and Richard and Iced Nath. Okay, and Ruian from Takeoff to Landing and Fab Diva and D. Gaffney. And who else have we missed there? EC and Cold Milk and Moggy and Steve and Cameron and Tyler. I've done you already, Tyler. And Train Fanatic. And I've done you too. And UK TS Games and Pendo Fred and Pentacom and Immense 1986. Boom. What a name. And that's it. No, that's your lot. If you didn't get in there, then you missed a chance. That's the shout out zone. That's the only time we do it. The rest of the time we don't do it, unless we're doing it. We're going for the BR 218. RE83 is our train of choice. We're doing the Summer Slip Part 1. We won't do Summer Slip Part 2. We'll go and do one of the BR 648s afterwards. Oh, I haven't got Mike's secret message board up. Hold on, I better fire that up, or I will get in trouble. Just in case I miss an emergency message from Mike, who's on holiday. Now, see, look, he's sent me on. Going, you got everything you need? I said, well, it's too late, Mike. I'm already live. It's you missed it. No, it's happening. I might have broken it as well because I tabbed away while it was loading, and it doesn't like that very often. Bum. Well. Yeah, here we go. Are we driving a red one? You bet you. You bet we are. Red one, most definitely, with the rain. It's that loco's nickname is Ludmilla. I've been on a Ludmilla, you know. Yeah, I've been in the cab of a Ludmilla. And Mike may be on holiday, but he's sending me a message anyway. It's flipping dedication to the cause, that is. How am I doing? I'm flipping translucent. That's how I've decided to be today. Yes, barely visible. You can just about break it through, and he's posted the stream schedule for me. That's generous. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what the stream schedule is a little bit later. Right, okay. So here we are. We're in Kiel. Let's get the doors open because that'll take a minute or two, and I'll fiddle with some switches, of which there are several. Right, we'll fire up the old wipers here, because I can't help but think that will probably have an impact, given that we're in the rain. Fairly certain we're already started, but I'm going to fire up groups 1 and 2, just in case they've asked for it. Where's my instrument lights? There we go. Turn that on. What are you? Headlight control. Yeah, give it the headlights. Stick that in 4 watts, and I think we're about there. All right, good. Let's have a look at the outside. Wipers, got them on already. Look, wipers wiping. Many wipers doing the wiping. Here we go. And this is where we are. Yeah, there you go. This is a rabbit. It's not a Ludmilla. Yeah, I know it's not a Ludmilla, but I've been on a Ludmilla. Someone else said it was a Ludmilla, and I said I've been on one. There you go. Good. Stream schedule with errors. Well, only if you're lucky. You never know. We like to keep you guessing. All well and good. How's my day been? That's all right, actually. Fairly quiet. I like how I've got my wipers at different speeds as well. That's perplexing. Yeah, no, that's all solid, that is. We don't have long until TSW2 comes out. And that will probably be the only TSW2 mention that we put in this evening. There you go. Yeah. Unless I can, unless forced to do so. I don't mind reiterating a few things, but let's enjoy what we've got in front of us. How am I? I'm translucent. I answered that already. Yes, it's all good. How was Monday? Oh, semi-transparent. There you go. Good. Yeah, there we are. Marvellous. Yes, good. And then anything else? You hope they will add London Railroad and the Deutsche-bahn IC locomotive to train well. You can't say that because you already know that that's exactly what's happening. Anyway, we can get underway now. It's got a bit of attitude, this wiper. All right, I mean it's doing the job, I suppose. Anyway, let's grip the steering wheel. I'll tell you what, let's take the brakes off first. That's always something that's approved of. No, is it you? No, it's not you. It's this one. There you go. Fully unleashed. Right. Okay, right, turn that back off again. Let it have a think about life, and then onwards. Alright, okay, there we go. That's it, we're going. No, I'm proceeding gently. And then once we get up to 5 kilometers an hour, I'll punch it a bit. Yeah, there we go. How do I feel about American sweet tea? If it's the American sweet tea that I saw on the Twitter that was very widely shared a few weeks back, offended, appalled, disgusted. There you go, in no particular order. And I don't drink tea. No, I mean I know that means that I've got to hand in my British stereotype card, but no, I don't really do tea. It's not my thing. Don't do coffee either. Neither of these things are my thing. So there you go. Let's not use the emergency brake today. Let's not make any promises we're not going to keep. Yeah, see, Love Miller is the nickname for the 230, not the 218. Yeah, I knew that. I was just waiting for you to catch up. It's Ace. I don't know Ace. What is this? Oh, I see. IK. I know Ace. I'm trying to immerse myself in someone else's conversation there is proving somewhat challenging. I haven't got the PZB turned on because I never do. Well, we did it once and it was rubbish. I haven't got the CIFA turned on because I couldn't find the CIFA turn the CIFA on button. I lost 4 points for speeding there, but I never went through a speed limit change, so I feel hardly done to. Yes. What am I riding? This is a 218. Yeah, that's what I'm driving. Do you know when the next Q&A is? No, I don't know when the next Q&A is. It will be after the next video is released. So as we have done previously, we'll stick up a couple of forum threads for you to be able to submit questions in advance, and that way we can get answers to those questions. We are delaying some segments of questions so that we can do them all in one, and that way each stream stays contained within a fairly narrow set of parameters. But we will answer everything eventually. Right. Good. Here we are. We're on our way. We're off and rolling. And oh, little bridge. Yeah. Do you want to give it a try? I'll give it a try. There you go. Something like that. That's not bad. Yeah. It's quite pleasing. It is quite pleasing. You're not wrong. There you go. With the doppelstocks being hauled. Is that red light for me? I think it is, isn't it? We'll find out presently. No, apparently it's not. Oh, okay, then I have no idea what's happening. But we're still alive, so that's all good. And we're speeding. Only just. I mean, it's not like I was planning to take any points away from this one anyway. What am I driving on the Peninsula Corridor? I don't know, I'll probably do the M3 actually, because I haven't driven it before. So that would probably be a good way to go. Yeah. Yeah, hold on. Is the M3 is on Peninsula Corridor, or am I mistaken? That's Long Island, isn't it? I think I might have me wits wired incorrectly. You never know. And we're not exactly picking up a massive amount of speed here. Do we think I'm gripping it too much, and therefore the rippage in question is all wheel spin? No. Yeah, okay. No, I'm wrong. In which case, I don't know. We might do the baby bullets. We might do something else. I haven't checked yet, but I haven't done the M3 yet, so if I get the opportunity, I will do. Good. It's the F40. Love the F40. It's my kind of spaceship, that is. Most definitely. 6.2 kilometres to go until we get to Raisdorf Platform 9. What days am I on this week? I'm on tonight, Obs, tomorrow and Thursday. Thursday I'm doing the Yellowhead Pass launch on Train Sim, which will be exciting. Right, there we go. The F40 is very, very nice. How am I? I'm good, basically. Yeah, I've done the comedy answers to that one. We'll just go with that. Yeah, pretty basic. Have I played TSW2? No, but it's on my agenda for tomorrow morning. I'm having a look at it tomorrow. After which I'll tell you absolutely nothing about it. There we are. Yeah, good. Right, good. Trisha, hello. Right, there we go. This is quite a pleasing trundle that we've got going on here. I'm quite enjoying the pleasing trundle. Let's have the pleasing trundle on a fly past, and then I need to start considering how fast this will slow down. Yeah, those lights were all red, or although it could have been my having passed them turned some of them red. I don't know, but it's all good. I imagine it will tell me to stop if that's what it wants me to do. Seeing an M3 on Peninsula would be quite the sight. I've no idea. I've no idea whether it would be woefully implausible or the kind of thing that people go, yes, that's normal. Yes. One of your friends is a Bakerloo line driver. Nice. Cool. Nigel, hello. Coming along late? You're not that late. We're only 10 minutes in. I haven't broken anything yet. Sped a couple of times. But I've still got 28 points in the bank, so clearly I haven't done that badly so far. Come on, yeah, just toughen up a little bit. We can go a bit faster than this. It's all good. Yeah. Please play the express trailer car tomorrow. I reckon we could probably do that. What I try to do these days is I try to do at least 2 different locos on any route that I'm having a go at, unless we're having a whale of a time in the first one. Yeah. Choo-choo indeed. Would you like some honk? There you go, it's a bit of honk. Yeah, I have delivered honk unto you. Right, 2.5 kilometres to go. And it's all good. Is Norfolk Southern line coming in this sim? I'm pretty sure we've got some Norfolk Southern in there already. I'm fairly certain I've driven some. Fairly certain, but I could well be wrong. So, don't be overly amazed if I am wrong. How about some Colonel Camp? Maybe after the next stop. We've got 1.5 kilometres to go, and I've got no clue vis-a-vis my stopping distances. So I want to try one and see if we can't get it sort of right before I start mucking about with the camera too much. I'm sure you can appreciate that. Right, we're going to start slowing down at 1k out. Which are you? Dynamic. No, I want train brake. Thank you. Right, okay. We're now just over 1k out. Let's give it some graduated self-lap, because that's what it likes. Oh, okay, that's pretty effective actually. I mean, 1B and the drop-off is pretty good. I am speeding, of course, but I've no idea where it puts the forthcoming speed changes. But that's okay. It's all fine. We weren't expecting to come away with this with points. Right, what have we got? 400 and some odd meters to go. All right, which brake is on my keyboard today? That one. Okay, cool. Right, in that case we can watch them out here. Right. Okay, there we are. Yeah, coming along. 200 and some odd meters. All right, a bit more brake. Yeah. We got this. All right, release it again. Roll it a little bit further. Very nice. Gently done. We'll stop at the signal or thereabouts, and that'll do us lovely. We're probably a little bit behind schedule. When were we expecting? 51. It's now 52 and change. So that's okay. All right, go on. Full service. Yes. Like a glove. There you go. Beautiful. Get out my train. There you go, that'll terrify him a little bit. Alright, good. Okay. That's not bad. Okay, we did one correctly. I mean, these things happen occasionally, so there you go. It's just Forza, hello. How are you doing? I'm doing lovely. I hope you are too. A GG thrown in there by D. Gaffney. Flipping out, we're all esports this evening. The stream title says Train Sim World. No, it doesn't. It says Train Simulator. You might want to do a bit of Control F5 action on there. Yeah. Yeah, you might. Okay, are we good to go? I reckon we might be. Alright, okay, release that. Fully unleashed. And then give it some cheese. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. There we go. We're going gently, you see, because we're in the wet. And we don't just want to do wheel spins all over the place. That won't be any good. Right. Sorry about that. I was watching some flight sim stuff. What's happening? Well, trains. Fundamentally, that's what we're about here. And obviously, on flight sim stuff, you're going to be watching aeroplanes. I know. Windows open for ventilation? They don't. They're not interested. I've tried it. I had a poke around before we set off, and well, it wasn't permitted. No. No, they deny me a suitable amount of oxygen in the cab. They go, you know how excitable you get. I kind of go, not really. It's just youthful high spirits. To which I'm told, youthful is not really an adjective you can apply to yourself these days, though, is it? And I go, it's just me. Just me. Wheel spin is good. All right, wheel slip, then. Yes. Yes, you want your wheel spinning in some fashion or another. Who's that? XOX? Schwing XOX. Hello. There you are. That's another one ticked off there. Easy peasy. Right. If your computer can't run TSW, is there any hope for it running Train Simulator? Yeah, absolutely. Train Sim is less hungry. It's the processor is the key for Train Sim. Graphics card doesn't do as much of the lifting as the processor does. So your lightweight processor is probably, it may struggle. It will probably run it, but it might not run it at all well. If you check Steam and the minimum recommended spec, see if you're passing that. But it may just be you're going to have to justify getting yourself a new computer. I know we all hate doing it, but there is. But then you get to build it or unwrap it or turn it on or what have you for the first time, and you kind of go, life is going to be great from here. And then it is for a very brief time before it isn't anymore. And you're just cursing it out and going, I need to go and get a new thing, which is going to cost me the same amount as a small car. Yeah, right. Okay. Trifle or cheesecake? Depends on my mood, really. I can go either way. I wouldn't put fresh strawberries on a cheesecake. Yeah, all right. But that pre-packaged gelatinous sub jam that supermarkets like putting on top of a pre-packaged job, you can leave that. It's not real. Yeah. Speaking of processors, will we see TSW2 with PS5 enhancements? Well, yes, there is a question there, isn't there? And we're going to be talking about that in a later Q&A. Well, we might be talking about it. We might be saving it until the new consoles come out. See, that's the thing. I couldn't tell you for certain when we're going to talk about it. I mean, obviously, anything that is processor dependent is going to perform better when it's got a big processor rather than a little one. I know all the technical lingo, me. I mean, draw your own conclusions. Yeah. If everybody wouldn't mind typing in very long streams of letters, I'll allow it if you've got local wildlife crawling all over your keyboard or input device. But other than that, let's try and keep the nonsense to an absolute minimum there, Adrian, pack it in. Otherwise, there we go. Yeah. No, he's been taken over by Romulans. Whoever we've got in the YouTube police this evening, hit him with a squelch. Yeah, there you go. What are you talking about driving at a reasonable speed? I always drive at a reasonable speed. It's stopping that is what I do abruptly. On which note, I shall start making preparations for that now. What do you think? 700 metres to go, or thereabouts. Yeah, no, we're good. No, that's right. Keep rolling, keep rolling. We're all good. If Dovetail asked me to be permanent community manager, would you take the job? No, thank you. It's not that I don't love all you guys, but no, I stopped being a community manager a few years ago because I've done it for yonks, and therefore my community managing days are behind me. It's a lot of fun, but it will consume every waking hour of your life if you let it, and I have other things to attend to. So I'm enjoying coming out of retirement for one last case, as it were. But at present, I have no intention of sticking around. I'll probably hang in there until a proper replacement is found. But permanent, nah, not for me. Thank you. Good. Yeah, I thought I was out and they dragged me back in. Absolutely. Yeah. Any interesting stats? Yes, I fished up some interesting stats. Now I'm going to pause this for a moment while I go and fish up the interesting stats. Trainfacts.txt. Yeah, you thought I'd forget, and admittedly, I did forget for quite some time. But now, I remembered a couple of weeks ago, so I fished some up for you. Right. I have to pause, see, when I tab out the game, it auto-pauses. Do I like ducks? Alright. Fish Sim World stream. And they'll probably have me do a bit of fishing at some point, you know. But I've never really played it that much. It's not really my jam, I'll be honest. But you know, I'll give anything a go. What did I do before I was a community manager? Let's see. I was a webmaster. Yeah, that was in 1997, 98, something like that. Will you actually boycott Mixer? Boycott? Why? I'm unaware of any requirement on boycotting Mixer. No, it's just a streaming platform, isn't it? Personally, I don't use Mixer, but there you go. So what do I usually do at work? I usually I handle player research, so I find out what you nice people think. And that is from where these facts are drawn. So earlier this year we did, Mixer's been sold to Facebook. Boo Facebook. Well, everybody's allowed their opinion on whether Facebook is a power for good or a power for less than good. But on a business basis, as far as I'm aware, we have nothing against them. So there we are. Because we don't. Obviously, Dovetail uses Facebook to talk directly to fans, and we use it to let people know what's coming out and what's coming up and all of that kind of business. So, as a tool for a games company, Facebook is perfectly fine. Whether we continue streaming to Mixer when it's on Facebook and so forth, don't know. But that's the fundamental that we get out of it at the moment. If the company wants to make some kind of political stance or other, then that will be a company decision. But it's not one that I'm aware of at the moment. There you go. So I'm full time at DTG. No, I'm part time. I am a part timer. I was on 3 days a week. I'm now on 4 days a week, spread over 7. If you're a community manager, if the internet is on, so are you. It's basically the law. If something happens on your turf, it's your problem. Which is why I've got other things to be doing. And the games industry generally is not a 9-to-5 job. Dovetail is actually better than most when it comes to not flogging people to death to make stuff happen. It actually looks after its team very well compared to some places I've worked. But the thing is, you don't do it because you want a job. You do it because you love it, and therefore, quite often, even if people did tell you to, turn the computer off and go home, you go, no, that's all right. I'm having great fun doing that thing that you're doing. Which, in my case, historically, more often than not, has been having a really in-depth and nuanced conversation with some very passionate and angry people on the internet. And I love passionate and angry people on the internet. Everyone is entitled to be passionate and angry about the things they care about. So there you go. So DT, did you ever hitting Jim Sterling before long? I've no idea. No, I'm not even allowed to say anything about Jim Sterling. Okay, alright. Are you doing any more TSW on my YouTube channel? We try not to talk about my YouTube channel on here, but yes, is the short answer. Yeah, I'll be doing some more. But at the moment, my cup runneth over with playing train simulators. So my level of creativity that I can bring to bear on my own channel is maybe not quite as high as it would be normally when just doing a train simulator. Plus, I'm getting, you know, more competent, which really undermines my whole kind of jazz. Is this Kiel Lubeck? Yes, it is. There, Leipzig looks like. Why are the windows so icy? They're not. That's congealed water. There's just so much of it. And some idiot smeared gelatin all over the outside before we set off. So, I mean, we're lucky we could see anything at all. Yeah, that's true. Please do the schedule on YouTube community thing. I will recommend it to the powers that be. We're obviously in a little bit more grunt here. We're not getting up to our full tilt of 140. I've got to break off. Come on, you're a big dog. I would have thought you could go a bit faster than this. Right, we'll do a bit of Colonel Cam and I'll drop some facts on you. Alright, have we got a good view coming up, or are there too many trees? There are a lot of trees. Gently. No, your timing was off. Timing was rubbish. But that ended up quite pleasing. Alright, have one more swing at it. Okay, hang on. This is where we failed the mission without me having any clue as to why that's happened. Right, where is he? There he is. Right, okay, here we go. Right, start trotting. We want to be back about here. Let's go. Angle's perfect. Come on, train. Do it. Just slightly faster than the ideal. There. But other than that, it's all good. Right, what was I going to talk about? Facts of the train variety. So, earlier this year, we did a piece of research to find out what and how people enjoy being a train fan and a rail fan, and what they, how they like things, and how they got into being a fan of trains in the first place. So I've got a few factoids for you coming out of that. We spoke to several thousand people, and I'm gonna open this up to the chat here, right? Okay. So we said, rated out of 100. Now these were going to people that you know, were self-confessed, I quite like trains me, drawn from the community overall, and we said, out of 100, how big a train fan are you? All right. What do you think the average was? Is this family fortunes? It could well be. Community fortunes, this one. Baby Kid says what? Sending on got 70 to 80. Good, sensible answers. I like 70 answers. 55, 43, 65, 80. Okay. Yeah. There's no prize for getting this right, so. Forza Horizon driver says 91, and is absolutely right. 91 was the average amount people said they were enthused by trains. Now that's not, you know, that's a lot of people rating 100 there. That drags the average up to there. 91 is really, really high. So when you talk about, I mean, if you think about the things that maybe bother you slightly about where train simulators, not only ours but anybody's, right, infuriate, get you back up, you don't like them so much, it tends to come from a position of absolutely loving trains, and therefore, rather than it being yes, you have done a horrible job on this, it tends to be more that I can see how much better this could be based on what is there now. Now that's not to forgive any shortcomings that things might have. It's more to say that this is all driven by a great passion for the subject matter. How many miles is this journey? Probably not too many more, actually. We've got Plund coming up next. Platform Gleis 2, for those of you who speak such things. Yeah, there you go. Blow the horn. Happy to oblige. Yeah, so everything is fueled by a deep love of trains in a general sense. And here's the thing: is that there are so many different ways to be a train enthusiast, and so many different ways in which that enthusiasm kind of spreads out, that it's really difficult actually to catch everybody, as it were. So, you know, at the kind of low end, you've got people whose enthusiasm comes from building garden railways, for example. You know, where you're talking, you know, G scale or upwards, maybe O scale at the kind of smaller end, up to ride-on trains and all of that kind of stuff. Tends to be more American and then Australian that goes that way, because obviously when you've got more space, then actually being able to build a train layout, route, circuit, whatever you want to call it, in your garden is that much more interesting. I've got more stats. I'm still dwelling on the first one. I'm providing you interesting information, Forza. Flipping heck. You know, this is all you know, all valuable information. So yeah, and then we asked them, at what age did you first become a fan of trains? Right now, by far and away, the lead category, the lead answer group, was under the age of 13. Under the age of 13 is when people became fans of trains. What percentage of people became fans of trains under the age of 13? There you go. Yeah. Go. Please press tab. Have done. There you go. Right. And yeah. Go on. Forza, can you see my screen? You're wrong, no? But you're very, very close. No, 79%. 79% of people became a train enthusiast under the age of 13. Yeah, just you know, for as long as they can remember, basically. And I mean, there'll be reasons for that. Obviously, you know, you've got Thomas the Tank Engine, which afflicts young people quite well. There's nothing wrong with Thomas, of course. Oh, look at this! Some nice scenery going on here. Right, let's put a bit of brake on. How far have we got? 1,200 metres. There we go. Thomas and his pals. Yeah. We slowed down a little prematurely there, but that's okay. Maybe if I leave this rolling for a sec. Yeah. Okay. We can get a shot with the nice piece of scenery in the background. There we go. Oh! He shoots, he scores. I've got an instinct for this stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the business. Top weasel. Oh yeah. Oh, isn't that good? How long have I got? 500 metres. All right, let's get back on board. Yeah. So yeah, being a very young age, people tend to become or build their initial appreciation for trains. Yeah. There we go. Coming in. It's all good. I've got this in hand. 250 metres. I can see the platform. Very nice. Yeah. Bit of graduated self-lap here. Yeah. Oh, it's a nice stop. There we go. That'll do it. Ride quality's pretty good. And open the doors. There we are. Very nice. In fact, give me 8 back again. There you go. We can zoom out a little bit and enjoy the view. All right, smashing. I mean, when it comes down to the ways that different rail fanning kind of manifests, quite a lot of people are into railway photography. I think was photography number one. No, it was being a fan of a specific type of train was number one. So that'll be an era of trains. So it'll be fans of steam from the UK, from the 1950s, that kind of thing. That's kind of, you know, a specialised enthusiast kind of zone is where it was number one. Number two was building model railways. Yes, indeed. Last carriage. I think we just squeaked in the last carriage. Hang on. Now look, we squeaked it in with flipping what? Now what's that, like 5-6 metres to spare, something like that. It's all fine. We have to wait for a late running RB84. Okay. Alright, that's the end of part one of that scenario. So we completed that, and I scored 14 points. Whoop! Okay, it's rare for me to have points in the positives. Right, let's get on to the next one, because we want to have a quick look at the 648. Yeah, we've got plenty of time. Alright, let's do Winter's Return Part 2. Oh, yeah. And let's get it underway. Yeah, good. Right, smashing. You heard Skystorm do an impression of me last night on his live stream. Awesome. Well, I've done impressions of Skystorm before, so you know, it's probably overdue. That's perfectly legit. That's all right. Sky's one of the good guys. I don't mind that in the slightest. In fact, I don't mind anyone impersonating me on their stream. It's all good. Right, good. Oh no, the 648. You don't think it's one of the best? Okay, well, I've never driven it before, so I thought we'd just have a look at it. Just for the sake of variety. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, good. Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, right, okay, here's another one for you. Got another fact from the same piece of research. I'm not going to give you all the questions that we did, but these were some that were just, you know, somewhat interesting, or I thought you might find somewhat interesting. I've got a couple more of these. Hello, what are we doing? Welcome to Lubeck, thank you. Started snowing in the last 30 minutes. Oh, bum. Joined by RE83. I think I just drove that. I've now got 2 units and we'll be driving them on RE83. What? Yeah, good. Okay, good. Fine, thank you. Sweet. Get the doors open. Smashing. There was a lot of detail in there and I ignored pretty much all of it. So, find the stuff that I want. Bang that in, Volvarts. Oh, are you on? Alright, you are now. What else we got here? Cab lights. Hey! Probably advisable even if it is a bit bright. Even if it does break the rules. But that's me. What do we got? Desk light. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Oh, we can turn the cab lights off if I've got a desk light. Turn that rubbish off. There you go. Give me my desk light. Yeah, much better. Right. We loaded yet? No, we've got a way to go yet. Any of these buttons do anything? Not so as you'd notice. Alright, we've got some more though. What are you? Override. Nice. Free. Aha. And then what? These. I got a Twizzler for the wipers. Have I though? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's doing a bit of interstitial action. Alright, fine. Well, we'll switch that off in case we need it, but at least I know where they are now. What do we got down here? Nothing, 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 nothing. That's all just some fake plastic. Right, what else am I missing? Lights. There should be somewhere. I mean, we got my torch, but somehow I don't think that's going to get the job done. I've got another torch. I can run a torch in both hands. Let people know I'm a train. Don't really think that's going to work somehow. Alright, okay, lights, lights, lights. One would imagine you would have lights here somewhere. I mean, the buttons are all jolly colourful, I'll tell you that, but no, with regard to anything else, there's not a massive amount going on. Right, that's fully released. Okay, nice, nice. Saying I've still got 2% brake. There you go. Alright, well, the doors are closed, presumably. Is this the grip it and rip it? Yes, it is. Alright, let's grip it. And rip it. Okay, we're off. C for and, PZB? Whew. No. No, I mean, I could be tempted to turn the C for on. But PZB can do... Oh, there we go. Headlight switch. Right, yeah, I've got it. Right. Can do one. Alright, you missed the train. We're leaving. I mean, she seems to be happy enough just sat there with her headphones on, so it's, I suppose it's alright. Right, let's get outside and see where we're going. There we are. setting sail on the good ship, whatever it is. And in 5 and a bit, we've got Bad Schwartau. Schwartau? Yeah, it's probably both those things, and neither. Right, okay, yeah, wipers. Alright, wiggle it a little bit. There you go. Interstitial for me, please, wipers. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's much better. I mean, it does rather feel like I've got my face pressed right up against the window. But other than that, I'm largely fine with it. Even if it does feel like I've got my face pressed up against the window. Sifa. Use Sifa. If I found the button, I'd have switched it on. But I haven't found the button, so I can't switch it on. If I knew where the button was, I'd switch it on. Right, what are you? Not sprechen. That's not speaking. Yeah, well done. Yeah, power handle. Yeah, no. There aren't any more widgets for me to widget here. I mean, there's a big light there that says Sifa. I don't even know where the Sifa acknowledgement button is. I mean, I press the keyboard equivalent, but not like that. The white one in front doesn't do anything. Look, no tooltips, no mouse change cursor position thingamajig. Not a sausage. None of it. No, I'm afraid we are a Sifa-free zone here today. Control Enter. No, that's for making your full screen. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Behind me, can't turn behind me. No, you're thinking of the latest and greatest in train simulators. There, you're not thinking of Train Simulator. Right, good. Okay. Shift and numpad enter. If it doesn't have the button on the screen, I can't push it. Oh, hold on, what we got there? Radio on. Or off. Okay. Right, any of this want to do anything? No. Can't even get Radio Luxembourg. What a sham. No, if it's not a control, it doesn't exist. I know, that's the rules. It's my own personal rules. But if there's no control for it, it's not a thing. No, they are. No, it's all good. No, they are. So, Windows L, I think you're just clasping at straws now. Passing shots. I got 2.5 kilometres. We can probably do that. There you go. We've got some industrial going on here as we exit the Lübeck downtown area. I'm going a little slower than I need to as well. Evidently, I forget that it's a combined power and brake handle. We could probably punch this up a smidge as well. There you go. Let's have it. Have one fly past of us punched up. There you go. Flying past. Solid. That's the marina there. Yeah, I know a thing or two. What is it that you know? I know marinas where you keep your boats. Oh, well done. Well done indeed. Horn, please. You can barely make it out from inside the cab because the soundproofing is wunderbar. Right, that's not actually having much of an effect. Use that instead. There you go, train brake. Yeah, look, I've got 89% brake on. I've got the power handle cranked down to 100. Slow down. Thank you. Okay, 400 metres to go. Let's release that ever so slightly. Yeah. This combined power and brake handle, load of rubbish. It's all about using the train brake, isn't it? Yeah, you see, that's what actually slows you down. Okay. Alright, good. Well, we're coming in. It's a nice snowy evening. I don't imagine, I mean, it's not precipitating too greatly. I imagine people are having quite a nice time crunching around, going, I left the first footprints. Going, yes, you did, didn't you? I've triggered the emergency brake. Ah, good. Some kind of, maybe put that on a different button. Just a thought. But hey, that's all fine. Alright, should we try and, let's, just in case we need to, let's do the standard reset procedure. Put this in a full application, and now it doesn't use, I think, historically, that that German trains tend to be a little bit more forgiving with regard to a reset following use of the emergency brake, but you can never be totally sure. Right, stick that back on there. No emergency brake. It said emergency at the end. 100% apparently on the train brake is the emergency brake, which I find disgraceful and shocking. But there it is. It is what it is. And there we go. Your favourite train is the red one. Ah, yeah. Good. All right, we're away. So we are next going to Eutin. It'll be one of those, I would have thought. Right, go on, thump it. Go on, we can get some speed up here. It's 26 kilometres to go to get there. All right, now's the time for some terrific camera monkey business then. Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Okay. Right. Get up ahead. There we go. Parallax for me, big boy. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that's too fast. You're going too fast. That's something that can't be helped. Right, well, okay, let's go. Whoa, I appear to have gone orbital. Right, hold on. Whoa. Why are you fighting me there, camera? There's my train. Let's just watch it zip through here then. Think it might have been going the other way. You reckon? No. Okay. Yeah, alright, fine. Yeah. There we go. We're going to zip off over the side there. Super duper. We're going too fast, but that's never been something that's bothered me historically. Our ETA, we're due to arrive at 1628. Our ETA at the moment is 1626. Oh yeah, I've lost my train. Right. Yeah, come on, back in. Oh, zipping through the forest. Love it. Yeah, no, I don't know why you're bothering with that. It doesn't do anything. All right, okay, give it a bit of this. Yeah, 80% on the brakes. It's all good. It's all good. Right, we're under speed again. That's it. Give it a notch on the old threshometer there, and that should be good too. Good. Right, smashing. Have we seen Santa? I have. Yeah. Oh, maybe I've said. Oh, and a rainbow reference. Very nice. High quality. Do I like the Great Eastern Main Line? I like it just fine. I doubt I could eat a whole one. Yeah. You're asking the wrong questions. All you nice people who ask me what my favourite this and that and the other is, I kind of go, whatever I happen to be driving at the time. Which leads me to another question. Oh yeah, here we go. So we asked our panel of train fans and aficionados which countries' rail services were, which were they most interested in. The answer choices, and I'm going to get you to name both the winner and the percentage mark of which it won. You had three choices. It was my own country only, countries other than my own only, or the country really doesn't matter. There you go. What's it going to be? Tell me which of those three won and the percentage of vote that went in that direction. Yeah, and if you get within 1% again, I will do you for industrial espionage. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, there you are. That's it. I've posed the question. If you want me to repeat the question, I'm going to... I'll quite happily repeat it for you. But you don't get this in Matt's streams, do you? No, he doesn't come bringing facts and quizzes. All right, Dave Hart's gone for his own country, 68%. Okay. My own country doesn't matter, 100%. Bold. Country doesn't matter, 47. Okay. Yeah, Captain Australia. Hello. Country doesn't matter, 69. Yes. Country doesn't matter, 72. Okay. So we seem to be leaning towards the country doesn't really matter. We asked our rail fan posse here what their tendency was with regard to which trains are cool. Is it their own country only, countries other than their own only, or the country really doesn't make any difference? And here we go. Country doesn't matter, 37, 70%. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. My own country, 91%. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Own country, 90%. Yeah, okay. Alright. Okay. Interesting. Right, well, I'll give you the answer. A couple of you have come pretty close. And the answer is, country doesn't matter. 43% of people said that their country doesn't matter. Oh, I beg your pardon. I was wrong. 45% of people said my own country. Country doesn't matter is number 2. Any country other than my own, bizarrely, still managed to soak up 12% of the vote. I know. Look, I don't make this stuff up. I don't read it properly, but I don't make it up either. So there you go. My own country, 45%. Pretty much an even split with country doesn't matter. So quite a lot of people tend towards their own country first. But it's really close between country does matter and country doesn't, effectively. Yeah, they are. That's it. I mean, obviously you could do what you like with these facts. Obviously, I've got my own sinister purposes for them. But we do research like this to better understand what's important to people. Because you know, if you can get that right, then you're going a long way in the right direction. Understand your players, and if you act on that understanding, you should be able to make stuff that resonates more, that taps into the stuff they like. They are. Some countries don't have railways or very small amounts. True, but this survey did lean towards countries that you would expect, by and large. So the UK, US, Canada, Netherlands, Germany, France, Italy, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, India, China figured quite strongly as well. So I mean, we're talking about countries with a good amount of rail and rail history going on. What percentage of country doesn't matter? 43. So it's 45 versus 43. You just summed up what we want. Yes. Yeah, I mean, you can stick Kappa at the end of it if you want to, but I know exactly what you all want. It's really quite straightforward. I'm not telling you what you want, because that's like the secret. That's the secret weapon. And also that's the easy bit. Well, it is to an extent. Once you know what people want, you've then got to go and make it. And that's where sometimes there will be a gap between what can be accomplished and what you want to accomplish, and that's where things get tricky. I shop at Iceland. Does that count? If this was some kind of supermarket survey, yeah, quite possibly. But it wasn't, so isn't. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. All right, I've got one more. One more for you. All right, okay, this is good. This is another fun one. We asked our panel, of which you might have been a part. Actually, this went out to everybody in the train sim community. So you may have answered this survey. We asked, do you have something train related in the room with you right now? So basically, if they were answering the survey, did they have something train related in the room? The options were yes, no, and actually I'm on a train. There you go. So, where are we? And what do you think? Oh yeah, me too. I've got train related stuff in here. I've got a train. Just about. I've got 2 logos in here. Yeah. Right. Are we supposed to be stopping here? No. We're not stopping here. Okay. All right. Fine. It's okay. I didn't use the emergency brake. You're wrong. Everything about you is wrong, and everything you stand for is equally wrong. 82% said yes. Okay. Yeah. Does an Oyster card count? That's up to you. I would say it's something you collected. Actually, I want to train 2%. Okay. Yes, 95%. Yes, 95%. It's 97%. Does the noise of a passing train count? Again, that would be up to your own personal interpretation. I mean, you're all actually overestimating a little bit. But 75% of people had something train related in the room with them, and it was 3% of them who were actually on a train when answering the survey. I don't know what percentage of those people were driving that train. One would hope none. One would hope that they were suitably paying attention to what it is that they're doing in the same way that I don't. There you go. Does answering a train survey count? No, it doesn't, because that's not in the room with you, is it? That's living virtually on the internet. It all depends how you decide to interpret things. What is this? This is the 628, I think. I might be wrong. In which case, someone will correct me momentarily. There you go. 648. 648. There we go. Yeah. Zip around a little bit. Let's get on in here. Yeah. It's all jolly nice. Right, what's this in the purple thing? Looks at the double O gauge Ginty sat on the shelf in front of it. Yeah, yeah. I've got a Brotely barn sat behind me, and a Gronk, an N gauge Gronk sat up on my picture frame. Yeah, there we go. Can you do the horn? Certainly can. It's still too feeble. Let's do it outside. Good release. It's got good release on this horn. Why has Train Sim this zoom? I don't know. I think there is a there's some settings that you can do to change the field of view a little bit. But I'm on defaults apart from resolution. I'm playing at 4K, and I'll tell you, actually, like this, it's pretty immersive. Playing 4K. Yeah. Yeah. You prefer Train Sim to Train Sim World. That's fine. There's no law that you have to like either of them. There's no law that you have to like one more than the other. There's no law that you have to like anything, of course, but you know, it's perfectly permissible for you to go one way or the other. DJ Doughboy, you're overdue. No, we just went through 6.2 kilometres. No. You've had multiple opportunities today. I'm using the wrong buttons. Multiple opportunities today to do a 7.2 kilometre hyper. No one's hit it. No, not even close. As a running joke, as something to make regulars to the stream feel welcome, I did not use the emergency brake. It has, it's fair to say, fallen rather flat. Disappointed, but there we go. Excuse me. DJ Doughboy blaming the lag. High quality. Yeah. Only a couple of weeks to go till Train Sim World 2. Yep. We got a lot more information to throw at you as well. Bye, Train Fanatic. See you tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of your day. So when we get a rain, snow conditions, does it affect the driving of the train like low adhesion and all that gubbins? Not that I've noticed, but then I am not the right person to judge. Someone else will be able to answer that for you. But it is one of the big features for TSW2 is proper weather responsive adhesion and weight based adhesion as well. You've got a question about TS 2020. What is DTG planning to do about the removal of flash support on PC? Well, removal of support doesn't mean it isn't going to work. So as long as it still works, then all is well. If, however, it is non-functional, then some kind of remedy will need to be done. I suspect. No, actually, that's just misleading. I have no idea if the team have got anything prepared or not. So I will ask the question and find out for you, because I don't have an answer for you on that one. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and Flash has been superseded in multiple ways. Why can we not remove the HUD on TSW PS4? It's a good question. The why you can't is because it was felt that removing the HUD would not be something that many people wanted to do, and it doesn't. But it doesn't matter whether many people want to do it or not. Should it exist as an option, Well, yeah, probably. So it's something the dev team are aware of. I don't know if we answered it in the Q&A or not, actually, because I can't remember the answer off the top of my head whether that is coming as a feature in the new game. The ability to rebind keys and do all that stuff. So I can't recall the answer off the top of my head. Please fiddle with the field of view settings. Nah, you're all right. We're almost out of time, and I'm almost done on this route. So we'll leave it as is for the moment. But yeah, I'll have a fiddle with it before the next one if I remember, which I probably won't. So there you go. Yeah, but it's not about using a keyboard to do the controls. It's more about why can't we use button press combinations, which is, you know, a perfectly reasonable question. And I believe, again, could be wrong, but I believe the original reason that it wasn't included was it was felt to be too complicated to use combinations for the people we thought were most likely to pick it up. But as it turns out, it's picked up all manner of expert gaming folk who are well used to using multiple combinations on a controller. But that's me superimposing again my beliefs rather than any factual knowledge. So the why doesn't really matter. It should be, the question should be when. When are you going to be able to do it? And I don't know if we answered that or not. Sorry. Just there you go. There aren't enough buttons on controllers, and also buttons on controllers aren't remappable. Well, we know the buttons aren't remappable. Well, I mean, they could be. I mean, anything is possible with a bit of recodage. You know, you just put some options in. Which button do you want to press for go? That one. But you can do combinations, so you can do trigger plus A, or you can do D-pad and then select something off the menu. There are multiple ways of accomplishing that task. It's just a question of, is it high enough priority or not to actually stick it in the first place. Do you watch cab view videos on YouTube? No, not really. It's not my thing. I know the team do. Cab view videos are excellent resources when it comes to pulling new routes together, because it allows you to see the whole thing in one go. Yeah, there you go. I think that was the smoothest stop ever. It was pretty good. If I didn't use the emergency brake, that'd be nice. This one, 100% brake, is the emergency brake. And you kind of go, oh, cheers for that. No full application then. Right, next we're going to Bad Malente Gremsmühlen Gleis 1. Okay, alright, good. We're in a 40 kilometre an hour zone, and we're doing 66. That's alright, it's picked up again. It's all good, everything's fine. Do you know all the stations? I think it'd be miraculous if I knew any of the stations. No, I just read it off the screen, you see. My German pronunciation, while not great, is also not completely horrible. I anglicise it very regularly. Kind of, I geezer up the German pronunciation. Right, there we are. Tyler, hello. Right. It wouldn't be me if I didn't use the emergency brake. Blame the control system, frankly. See, here's why I blame the control system. Is because use of emergency brake should only ever be deliberate. You should not accidentally trigger the emergency brake ever by just use of the controls. It should be a purposeful move that causes you to activate the e-brake. Now, obviously, if you trigger it because of a safety system, that's an entirely different thing. And I do that often enough. It's more about the number of times that just through general usage of the controls, the e-brake happens to be triggered. And I disagree with it being so readily available. The e-brake should be a button on its own. Yes, absolutely that. Or you should have to hold. I play on a keyboard, which is probably the worst way possible to play it. But you should have to hold down Shift and continue to continue braking into the e-brake setting. It's just far too easy to put the e-brake on when all you're trying to do is just brake. How long is this route? I have no idea. Someone will do. Yeah. No, I mean, there's a good few hours worth of scenarios on there, but I realise that what people tend to want is the ability to run, you know, for several hours in one direction, whether stopping or doing a bit of shunting here and there or what have you. So I do not know off the top of my head. They don't put me here to deliver facts. If they did, they should give me a fact sheet ahead of time. No, they put me here for a little bit of jaunty chat. Whoa, 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 whoa! So you go from graduated self-lap to emergency brake in basically one swing. That's rubbish. Oh yeah, well, it is what it is. And also, don't blame your tools. You're just a rubbish driver. On stuff like 150s in real life, it's step 1, 2, 3, and then step 4 is emergency. It's just a position for give me all the brakes now, which is fine as long as you haven't got to go through some convoluted restart sequence afterwards. Now, I don't mind having to reset the brakes or letting them the pressures equalise, recharge, overcharge, decharge, whatever charge they want to do. Charge it to your credit card. As long as, it gets the job done. And as long as it's semi-plausible. Yeah, there you go. A factual fact sheet. Yeah. If people wanted to drop, some bullet-pointed Wikipedia on me for each segment, or the back of packet that we stick on the store, I will happily regurgitate it as facts upon demand. But they don't. They're reliant on me either doing some homework. That's not going to happen. Or just keeping people entertained with my own natural verve and splendour. I go with the verve and splendour approach. That's red. Yeah, I know, but we've stopped. It's all fine. All right, open this. Yeah, there we go. It's all good. Rail driver has a stop before e-brake. It is applied. Yeah, and it's a clunk before it. Then you push forward, right? So you push into brake and then you give it a bit more. I don't know. I mean, it depends whether your appraisal of a route pack is on the locomotives or whether it's on the route itself. I think this route's quite pretty, personally. Look, it's you got your Vine balm there. That's winter tree. Yeah, Tannenbaum. Right. Okay. Tannenbaum. Yes. But Frolic of Vine anyway. Yes. Good. Right. Good. Yeah. When is Train Sim World released? Start of August is when it's out. Has there been a train coming the other way yet? Yes, a couple of times. Maybe twice. So literally a couple of times. Right, that's the end of this stage of the route, and that's the end of today's stream. Thank you all very much for joining in. It's been a heck of a time. So there you go. That's the Norddeutsche-bahn. Is it Norddeutsche-bahn? Norddeutsche-bahn. There you go. That's what it is. That's what it was. I'm back again tomorrow, where we'll be doing the Peninsula Corridor on Train Sim World, where I won't be driving the M3 because you can't drive the M3 on Peninsula Corridor. So whoever suggested that earlier on was completely wrong. And then Matt on Wednesday for Train Sim with the Steam Workshop rummage around. He'll be routing through people's leftover clothing to try and find a route that's in any way interesting. And then I'm back on Thursday for the Yellowhead Pass, which is a brand new route. And then Matt's on Friday again with Train Sim World, and he's monkeying around with the 204. Good. And he's back again on Saturday doing the 5 Circle on Train Simulator. Your cup runneth over, everybody, as does ours, because we're privileged to be here. You're all a delight. I will see you soon. Thank you very much for watching. Hope this button works. Hey!